And welcome to the final of the World Indoor Bowls Championships. There is just one more match to go after what has already been a wonderful week of bowls. Cracking ball. He's got it! Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Goodness me, there's pressure here.
Grant Artley puts Mervyn King out.
Got it absolutely perfect. What a ball that is.
Great ball under pressure to save the match.
What a ball.
Alex Marshall will be playing his best friend Paul Foster in the final.
Both are proud Scotsmen. They have 8 world titles between them, and the close friends added their maiden pairs trophy on Monday to ensure that one of them will leave the rink this afternoon with a double.
Paul Foster takes his 3rd title and falls into a group of world legends.
The World Championship is the pinnacle event of the bowling calendar, and it's the one we really want to win, so I'll be up for it.
And it's Alex Marshall. He takes the title for the 5th time. Record breaking last year. He's just made history once again.
I'm hungry for more. When you win it 5 times, you know you don't want to hold back in that. I'll be going full steam ahead and hoping to make it number 6.
So the blue ribbon event of these championships will be contested by Paul Foster and Alex Marshall. They've only met twice in WBT events, and Foster has won both times, including in the semi-final of this event, but that was back in 2001. So Alex Marshall appearing in his 6th world final, Paul Foster in his 4th, but they've arrived here in contrasting style.
The world number 1 got off to the perfect start against last year's runner-up Stuart Anderson. In control from the outset, he went on to secure the win in straight sets. Again matched with a compatriot in round 2, the 3-time champion took his place in the last 8 with an 8-7, 8-6 victory over world number 15 Jonathan Ross. The Scot then produced under immense pressure against Andy Thompson, delivering his final bowl with perfect weight to nudge the shot ball away from the jack and clinch the tie-break victory. And he secured his place in today's final with a majestic semi-final win over world number 3, Mark Royal. Alex Marshall's progression to the final has been less fluent. After a straightforward first-round victory over qualified Glenn Skipp, the 5 times champion has had to negotiate a tie-break in each round. Tim Stone was the first to fall in round 2, quickly followed by Commonwealth gold medalist Rob Wheel on Thursday. And finally, Marshall took on the defending champion for a place in the final. Some of the bowls of the tournament were played in a fascinating encounter, and it was Tatty who emerged victorious in a tense tie-break.
So how do you ready yourself for a final, especially when it means that you may deprive your mate his chance of glory?
Well, that was the dilemma facing both the 3 times winner and world number 1 Paul Foster, and his own best man and best mate on the tour, Alex Marshall, a historic 5-time champion himself. The 2 great Scots meet head-on in a few moments' time, having travelled, roomed and played together all week. So, just how did they prepare last night? Well, perhaps not surprisingly, it was business as usual. A relaxing drink together, an affable game of snooker, and a Potter's Theatre show to calm the nerves. But in the back of everyone's mind is the big showdown.
I think it's going to be very difficult because, you know, we're the best of friends, we won the Pierce together, but now we're against each other. I think there's going to be a bit of hatred for about an hour and a half. But, you know, we'll go into the rink, we'll enjoy it, and I'm sure there'll be a wee bit of banter, you know, in the final as well. But, you know, as I say, we're both good friends, and I'm sure it'll be a cracking final and the best man win.
There's always pros and cons, always playing your best mate in the final, but both Alex and I are very professional about our job. We step on that rink, we've got a job to do, and whatever the score happens, I'll not change our friendship after the game. If I win, well, I'll be very happy. If Alex wins, I'll be happy for him as well.
At the end of the day, you know, somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose, but I think it's a big feat for both of us to go so far, you know, in the singles, so we'll both be looking forward to it.
If I'm not playing and he's playing, I always want him to win. I've never wanted him to lose ever in my life, and never will. And I'm sure he's the same with me. And I said, there'll not be any needle. I think they both are just delighted to be in the final.
If I win, it's number 6, and if Paul wins, it's number 4. So if it goes 5-4, 6-3, but you know that could have a bit of bearing on the final. But you know, it's toss of the coin. It's whoever comes out with all guns blazing is going to win. It's
always difficult playing a final against somebody that knows your game inside out, and Alex certainly knows my game inside out, and I know his as well. He's been dominant over the years. His first ball is normally very, very consistent and very close, and I know I've got to do the same. If I don't, then there's only one winner.
Prediction. It's a difficult one. I think I'll be a tie-break, and I think I might just scrape over the line.
Prediction for the final. First set, Foster. Second set, a tie, and I win.
Two great mates. Well, it's time to introduce our commentators today. Regular face on the BBC, David Corkill. Alongside him, 1990 World Champion John Price. Guys, there are so many different stories at play this afternoon.
Yes, there are indeed, Rishi. When you look at the draw initially, we thought to ourselves, Paul Foster had a really tough one against the prolific Stuart Anderson. He got over that hurdle, stumbled a few times. He was exceptional in the semi-final, there's no doubt about that. But Alex has just got stronger and stronger and stronger. John, no one wants to call a winner in this one.
No, so close to call. Both brilliant players, legends in the game. I think it's going to be a great match, and I just think it'll go to the tie-break, Dave.
Yes, I think we're all expecting a tie-break, but the two guys, well, they'll not be nervous, but we're really looking forward to this one.
Well, let's remind you of a few key rules ahead of today's final. There are 2 sets of 11 ends, a 3-end tie-break if required. Respot position in place of dead ends, minimum jack length 23 metres. The maximum is 29.5 metres. So we're ready to go. Our MC Richard Baer is standing by to welcome our 2 finalists onto the famous blue rink.
Yes, thank you very much, Rishi. Well, the atmosphere, as always, is absolutely electric here in the International Arena at Potter's Leisure Resort. I know the players are ready. I think the crowd are ready. I think they are. Let's introduce your finalists. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Foster and Alex Marshall!
Well, we couldn't ask for anything better than this, really. 8 world titles between them. Alex Marshall, the front runner, with 5. Paul Foster chasing him with 3.
Jack length is 27.5 metres, 27.5.
And we reckon that Paul Foster is the only player in the world that will ever catch Alex Marshall, 5 world singles titles. And that's a little edge, isn't it? John, that's what you're chasing on this.
Yeah, it certainly is. But of course, it'll be an edge for Alex as well. You want to keep the distance between him and his nearest challenger. Tremendous record at this venue, Alex. Respected by all the players.
Yes, it's a lot of players have favourite venues to play in, but Alex Marshall in many ways has made this his own. Doesn't always perform desperately well in some of the other venues, but manages to do the business here. Both these players, all-round players in terms of indoor and outdoor, of course. Commonwealth Games gold medal in the pairs, Melbourne 2006, so very proficient in the outdoor game.
Just under 4 feet.
Oh, a bit of space for both players. Struggling, John.
3 balls well short by Alex.
2 green.
Well, they're actually not in the way because it's such a big hand and both players will be using strong bias balls.
Don't think Paul was too keen on that.
The line's okay, it must be heavy. That's a nervy first hand, I have to say.
It's always difficult, World Final. All the pre-entertainment and the different things that go on before the match. You've got to come out then and start, and it's always a little bit of tension, even with players like this, very experienced.
I'm a little bit surprised not Paul Foster last ball, actually, because I thought he might have pulled in from that width, but didn't even get near the centre line. This looks better. On a much better line, all on pace. Needs to stop though. It's looking a little bit on the quick side. Well, dropped out, and I just put this down to first end. There's nothing more than that, but it's going to be a costly end for Alex Marshall. I think that will be the easiest 3 he'll ever lift.
Yeah, I don't often see Alex play an end like that. And it's a big start for Paul Foster.
The final, of course, played over 11 ends, 2 sets, with a 3-end tie break to separate the players. Paul Foster now 37 years of age. Wow, when you start looking at all his achievements, we couldn't get them on the page. Possible.
28.5 metres, 28.5.
Tightest game against Andy Thompson, that went down to the last ball. But against Mark Royal, well, he was absolutely brilliant. He just couldn't play any better, admitted that himself. Can he hold that form into the final? It's more like it. Alex Marshall on his favourite backhand in this direction towards the commentary box. With a very good view as the balls arrive into the jack. Much better with this one. Lisa runs a little bit, not quite there, but second ball.
1 green.
It's a good ball by Paul again.
2 green. 4 inches.
backhand draw. Good line in, gets a turn on the jack. Won't look easy from the mat end.
Well, it's good singles play. Always trying to arrive at the jack to turn it around in that situation when you've short bowls against you. Always good to lengthen the jack. Alex trying again, but still dropping a little bit on the short side. If it stays up, it might be second. Oh, it's dropped away. 2 down.
2 green.
There's a long way to go. There's 11 ends in these first 2 sets, so plenty of time even if you get off to a ropey start, John.
Yes, won't want to fall behind too far. He wants to start getting a few bowls close, a little bit of confidence. Not in Paul. Chance for 3.
Missed chance.
2 green.
Yeah, it was half a chance to get another one in. Wasn't really giving any catch to Alex. Still looking for a draw, I think. Either side.
Well, he's looking at this, maybe trying to get the 2 bowls, but there's danger from getting his own bowl on the forehand. It would be a very speculative drive on the 4, John.
Yes, it looks like the green bowl is getting a bit of the jack, and I think that it was a toucher. First bowl, so really needs a good connection if you drive into this.
That still looks like a draw. Yeah, it's just a foot on his last ball.
Don't think so.
Well, he's got the line right. He just didn't push through it.
2 shots to Paul Foster.
That's a lot of short bowls by Alex Marshall already. He will certainly tighten that up. Well, 5-0's not great by any means, but this man will do better as this game progresses. World indoor best from 99 through to 08 and now in 211.
Jack length is 27.5
World
metres.
Pairs champion, as we said before, this year with Paul Foster. But he's had a few tight ones against some very tidy opposition. Alex Marshall. And no tighter one than against Greg Harlow in the last match, which was just full of marvellous bowls. I spoke to Alex about the match just shortly afterwards. He said he can't remember ever having to play so many big bowls, so many pressure bowls. Well, there we go. He's had his 2 trial ends.
He'll be pleased with that, Dave. That's a boost.
Your ball 6 inches, 7 inches. Yes, it is touching.
This is good. Oh, this is better than good. This is brilliant. Oh, just dropped away. Now we're down to millimetres.
1 red.
Well, how many times did Paul do that yesterday? Again, he's finding the line. Weight is so
Slightly
good,
under an
so
inch.
controlled. A little bit unlucky on the fallback.
Yes.
Well, touching ball on jack means if you touch the red ball, that jack will bounce quite a distance. So he's moved to the forehand, trying to get a little bit of cover. Well, Foster asking permission to come up very quickly after the second delivery.
Very close to the green ball, yeah. Needs to miss it. Oh, look at this.
Oh,
Look at this.
behave, Alex. Come on. That is just too good. Oh, the smile on his face. I'm not convinced he was trying that, John. I think he might have been trying just to get a little bit away from it. What a bowl.
Well,
2 red.
what an end, first 4 bowls. Look at this. It's the sublime to the ridiculous. Brilliant. Look at that.
There's a smile. Yes. Well, he'd be happy. He's 5-0 down. He could do with scoring a couple of shots, but Paul Foster will be attacking this. Well, he's making a connection. Oh, on his own ball, though. Just had to miss that one. So, 2 to red. Green ball an inch short of the jack. Go on, Alex, draw another one.
Well, you never know.
I should remind everyone, of course, that we still have the 4-toucher rule in force. 4 touchers in one end. Alex has got 2 this end, but it's unlikely to get any more than that. But 4 touchers is worth £5,000 in any one end.
He'll do well to get another 2 here, and I don't think he's trying with this. He's putting a position bowl.
The 4 touchers is not even on the radar. Cover stuff, sensible bowling.
Well, Paul's looking at this. He needs the green bowl solid, really.
Well, he would be desperately unlucky to hit this and come out any worse than 2. Well, this is very controlled from Paul Foster. He's just trying to nudge his own ball. This is a hard shot to play. Oh, he didn't miss it by much, but that's a difficult shot, that yard on.
Yeah, it was a good bowl by Paul. I think he's a little bit concerned if the jack moved, he could drop a 3 or 4.
I thought he might have just trundled down into it with maybe a little bit more pace to try and hold it up, but sometimes you have to be conservative. It's Diane once again in another singles final, her 6th with her husband. Alex Marshall's never lost in the World Professional Singles
Fair
final.
length is 28.5
Paul
metres,
Foster.
28.5.
Well, that record's going to go for somebody.
Yeah, something's got to give today. I think relieved Alex.
Oh, there we go. Greg Harlow watching on. Last year's winner, of course, a defending champion. What a great game he played yesterday. We were chatting to him last night. He felt that he was under a lot of pressure in that match, of course, but typical champion. He fought his way through it and got within a fraction of winning the match. Played really well.
Alex will be, as I said, relieved to be on the scoreboard. He hasn't made the start he made yesterday to the game. Not quite finding line and length. 2 good bowls the last end, but consistency is not there yet.
Yes, he was out in the blocks yesterday against Greg, 6-0 up after 3 ends and looked good for it.
You're about 16 inches past jack high. 2 green.
Wow. Still hang away.
Yes.
It's a little concern when you don't start finding the centre of the rink, David.
Well, not only that, but that backhand's been so reliable for Alex Marshall. He might just have to change under the forehand. Not now, the next time coming this direction. He's getting punished here. That's the number one that Paul Foster's looking for. The opposition's chasing second ball now.
Well, he might be tempted with a little bit of a runner here. Got the back ball. Hasn't really got close in the draw.
That's the singles trophy just behind Paul Foster. The Langham Glass trophy, it is enormous. That's going to be an interesting one to be filled with champagne later. On the forehand. Well, not the easiest time in the world to move onto the forehand with a green ball, which looks in the way. Just needs to hold up past it. Oh, he got the edge. Just held him off the jack, but it's a very good second ball. Clear road on that. He was definitely getting the shot.
1 green.
Well, Alex will be relieved again to get in there. Second ball. Still a chance for Paul. Could reach onto that ball, fall back, Dave. Poor hand, probably, I think.
Yeah, safe shot in the forehand. It's not an easy spare, though. We talk about the last ball with no reply as being the spare shot if you're already line one or more, but this is not easy. Well, he's having a go at this.
Super try.
1 shot for Paul Foster.
That's Fuzzy. Well, he's going well at 6-2 after 4.
Jack length is 29 metres, 29.
I just wonder what he's going to do later on, eh? Logan. Will he be a footballer? Paul, a big football fan, of course, or will he play bowls? Actually, I think he'll play golf. They come from Troon.
Some good golfers in Troon, I think, Dave.
Yeah, she'll get him into the Colin Montgomery School of Golf.
I think Paul will have him on the bowling green. Now then, Alex, need a good start. Nice close ball. Get some rhythm going. That's better.
Couple of hands, we're starting to see some good stuff as expected.
One green.
Small adjustment needed by Alex. think he's just pulled the line. Didn't like it.
Ooh, unless he's got weight to hold them up. That should dive away. There it goes. Big bias ball. Both these players using Henselite Tiger model, and they do bend a lot. Portable rink, well known throughout the world now, and of course the home of World Bowls, Potter's Leisure Resort. But the portable rink is no place for straight line bowls. They just don't work here. Paul didn't look too happy with that. That's the reason why. Didn't push through it. Now I just wonder, can Alex get this green bowl out? He's got a little chance here. This might be worth looking at.
It is a shot on forehand.
Yes, that's what I was looking at, John, just to try and get into this on the forehand, onto that bowl. Push his own green. The green bowl then would go out if he gets it absolutely right. There's always a chance, of course, that he might get a snick on the outside edge onto there. Would whiz it out as well. He's lying 3 seconds, and this might be worth having a go at. You've let a shot a bit like this in your match, I remember, John.
Yes, it's a difficult shot though on that side, Dave. As you know, you've played on this rink. Any sort of weight, you've got to really pick a good line. There are a few connections there. Of course, he's got the option of the backhand draw, but it is a good shot if he can get this. Could make him at least a double, if not a treble. And he's lining up for it.
Yep. Down looking for it. Needs to hold past the front one. Once he gets past that, he's got a chance. Ball on the ball. Oh, he got the high side of it. He needed full ball. Just didn't get back.
One shot to Paul Foster.
That was close, John.
That was a really good try. I thought just at the last moment he was going to get the full contact. Brilliant effort by Alex.
Well, that might be just enough for Paul Foster. It'll be interesting to hear what Greg Harlow has to say.
Greg Harlow, of course, was out there on the rink, the champion from last 12 months ago. Greg, first of all, missing it much?
Yes. Obviously just one bowl short yesterday of making the final again. And although I'm enjoying the game, it's quite hard sitting here watching rather than being down there taking part.
Now, yesterday, Alex Marshall started very well against you. Paul Foster has made a better start than Alex today. Would that be fair?
Yes, it seems to be a role reversal. Alex has started quite slow today, which is unusual for him, to be fair. Paul's come out very strong. Fortunately for him, it's 11 end set instead of 9, so he's got slightly longer to get back in.
And tell me about the mindset of these two, because they're such good friends. They're also very good. They haven't actually met many times on the WBT tour, but they know each other's games so well. Is that an advantage or negative?
I think it's an advantage for both of them. They both know what each other are capable of. They both know which shots that they're going to play. So really, we should get a better match for that, to be fair.
And you know I'm never going to let you go unless you tell me who you think is going to win.
Richie, you know I always make a prediction. Today I'm not going to.
Why not?
I am going to sit on the fence and say I have not got a clue which way this is going to go.
That's very unlike you, Greg.
I know, but I'm sitting on the fence today.
All right, let's get back to the boys in the commentary box.
Ooh. Good ball, Paul Foster. Good correction after the first delivery. Must be a bit of scaffolding in there, sitting on the fence, mate.
Well, I'm surprised. Very surprised, Mr. Harlow. Paul's just a little bit more consistent than Alex at the moment. Long way to go, as we've already said. Long set this, 11 ends. Another good ball, yeah.
Yeah, it's got the ball. Didn't want to touch the jack. You say, John, it's just that little bit more consistent at the moment, and Paul Foster's putting on the pressure now.
Gap. Less than a quarter of an inch.
Yeah, really find a good backhand line. Alex isn't quite nailing it on the line. Good position now. Runner.
Well, took one away, and his own closest bowl.
Paul looking at this, really, he might not go very close. It's a good position, that front toucher. He's got one back bowl against him. May just leave this, David.
No, let it sit. There's really no point, because it's going to be very hard for Alex to get that bowl off without moving the jack. Well, he's not very wide with this. Has to be careful not to leave a catch. I think he just wanted to get past the red one. Getting past the red one by a few inches would have been perfect.
There's the back position. See the red bowl. Really, I felt that was a bit of a nothing bowl by Paul. I think anything past would have been good. Even a couple of meters past.
Well, solid contact. Certainly the backhand, he's staying away from his own ball. That's safe second. So we can play this with some conviction. Well, has he got the weight to hold it? I doubt it. Looks under to me. Well, we're right behind in the commentary box, and you could see that ball wasn't going to make the trip. So another end for Paul Foster, another shot. 8-2. 5 ends to go. And it's getting near the time. And Alex Marshall has to stop this run of shots for Paul Foster.
Jack length 28 metres, 28.
He's had a bit of trouble with this short bowls, John.
Yeah, it's a problem at the moment. Too many of those. He knows the problem. You can see he's making the adjustment is the thing. Can he just find a couple of feet? Good again.
That's better, much better correction.
Shorts won the gap 10 inches.
Now Paul's looking for the inside road, trying to remove the red ball. Could get a result of the short ball if he bends quick. Knock down the gap.
It was a very small gap. And your ball's an inch short of jack high.
Any touch on the red ball, the jack will bounce. I just have to play the forehand here and hope to get a good position ball. It's dropping.
Well, he's inviting trouble here. Paul could actually play a bit firmer under that. Well, there's a shot on. Roll down underneath that short ball. Remove the red. Lay 3. Whether he wants to play it or not.
Well, he's in a very good position, John. You know, he doesn't want to lose the shot, I agree, but he could disturb it on the backhand as well. There's a little touch on it, might spring the jack across. Yes, he's on the backhand.
Yeah, it's a no-risk policy at the moment. He's got the lead in the set. He doesn't want to drop any big counts, and he's looking for the draw, beat the short ball. He's under it, though.
I think it was the right shot under the circumstances to get a really close second.
Well, the Alex Marshall of yesterday have certainly popped this ball in. Needs to find that consistency now, David. A double would be good here.
He's given this a bash. Much better line. Got a chance off the back one. That and drop back. Well, I tell you what, that's very close to the extra.
2 shots for Alex Marshall.
Oh, he's made the spare. Now, will that give him a little bit of a push forward? Only 4 behind. Just coming this way, Alex Marshall's been struggling, so he's brought the mat right up the rink. If you remember in the semi-final, he was going 29.5 metre jack length, John, which is most unusual for Alex, but it worked for him.
Yeah, this is an interesting tactic because he'll know Paul Foster well, and Paul isn't averse to playing a short jack.
Oh, just about stayed on. Yeah, he wasn't sure for a moment there.
Jack length is 23 metres, 23.
The minimum jack length, and sensible use of the mat for Alex Marshall. He brought the mat up to ensure that the jack would go on the tee at the 23 metres.
That's been the problem, though, in this direction. It's more a line issue, isn't it, Dave? He's not quite pinning the line on any length.
I think he needs to change. I really do. I think he should move onto the forehand, if only for a couple of ends coming this way, just to try and mix it a little bit. He's losing out to Paul, coming this way most of the time.
And Paul's finding the centre of the rink. Well, he's taking your advice. He slipped onto the forehand now. Line was better.
Yes, found centre rink, that's important. You can adjust the weight. In the meantime, Paul Foster adds another. You know, it's just so much about line, isn't it, really, John? You know, if you're finding good line, eventually the weight will come.
Yes, you don't want to be putting line and length together. That's a lot better from Alex. May have made it form back.
1 round.
It really is the first requirement to pick the line out, isn't it, Dave? If you're coaching anybody, they've got to find the line consistently. These are top players, they'll know that.
Paul Foster down on the forehand, little touch in the jack to make 3. Rest his own ball for the shot. Oh, is he slipping? He is, just slipped past it.
A little bit of banter there between the two. I think Paul saying he thought that was good.
Well, Mr. and Mrs. Potter, that's Brian and Judy. Judy in a striped jacket today. We'll get another look at that jacket. Different coloured jacket every single day of the championships. Close again. Oh, he's got a touch in the jacket. Didn't really want that.
One red.
Good line in, good weight. Didn't really want the jack movement. It's probably still only one red, and it's an opportunity for Paul Foster on the forehand, Dave.
Oh yes, absolutely. Get into that. That's what he's looking for. If he gets into that, John, and just gets a little nudge through to there, he's talking about 4 shots, and that would really seal the set. His weight was so good with the previous delivery. Has he got enough this time? Oh, he's under the weight.
One shot to Alex Marshall.
Missed chance. Could be costly at the end of the set. Well, there's been a competition running for the last couple of weeks, so what colour jacket that Judy Potter would be wearing in the final. Proceeds go to charity. It runs every year. And there we have, it looks like a powder blue, ivory and grey stripe. There we go. Can't imagine anyone picking that one out, John.
Jack length
No.
24.5 metres.
May not have a winner this year, Dave.
Yeah,
Might be a rollover.
Just the left of Brian Potter's John Potter, general manager here at Potter's Leisure Resort. The man who runs the show, the operational side of Potter's Leisure Resort. But we know he shares all the decision with his mum, doesn't he?
You've always got to do what your mum says.
Absolutely. You'll have a go at me at that, you know that, afterwards.
Ah, back to the bowls, and that's a loose one from Paul.
Ooh, ouch. Goodness me, that is... Well... I think of 1 or 2 people that might have been quite proud of that bowl, but I think they're all working in the background at the moment on our technical crew.
Well, Alex is slowly but surely grinding his way back into this set.
Got to be a correction. Well, there is, but it's struggling.
1 foot.
I wonder these two have got their own wee script here. Alex getting back into the match right for the last end.
Yes, a change of length has certainly unsettled Paul. Well, it's a good bowl, beatable. I thought Paul might change. A little look at the forehand line. Good way in, certainly. Gets the weight.
Catches the ball. There it goes, using the ball. Well, that's what it's there for. The ball's a bigger target than the jack. You'd be relieved at that one.
Yeah, changed sides to the forehand and played it well. And sometimes that works on different lengths. Necessarily, if you're playing a backhand on a long jack, it might be more suitable to move to the forehand on a short jack. You might find a better line in length, Dave, isn't it? Often it's the case.
So you do have to experiment occasionally.
Well, I remember the David Bryant, the great David Bryant, telling me once, never be afraid to experiment. This is good as well.
Was he going to make it? It's going to drop, I think. Yes, it's just dropped away.
1 green.
As well, I'll follow that comment up, John, with just one of my own. And I've always thought that if you don't have faith in your own ability, failure will be a very close companion. You must have faith to go for things.
Paul looking identical ball now to the last. Line is certainly there. It's all about pace. Just won't run.
One shot.
Three short balls and one to the head, and he scores a single. Ooh, big escape for Paul Foster in that end. But a crucial one. The 9th end and 11 end set. And now Alex Marshall is chasing the set, the last 2 ends.
Jack length is 29.5 metres, 29.5.
Well, normal service there from Paul. Pretty scratchy last end, got away with it, but that's a lot better.
Oh, wow, good stuff. Very good stuff, and a good position here as well. Both players, something to develop on this end.
It's a very high line, wide arc. Not going to quite get back.
Just under. Well, Alex, you have to win this end. Paul Foster gets a single, the set's over. And his prediction of winning the first set will come true.
Yes, I think realistically, Alex is looking for a double.
And that's another good ball. Tight little end, this one, but oh, he didn't look right there. Even on delivery, that didn't look right. Almost like he tried to steer it a little bit. Didn't look fluent.
No, he didn't really get it away on the line. He had a little mid-set revival, didn't he, Alex? But it's sort of petering out here at the moment. Paul, I don't know whether he is in fear of dropping a ball on the backhand and leaving a catch. I think he might play the forehand side just to leave Alex a shot.
Well, it's available, John, through there to the red ball. The danger, as you say, what he's worried about is leaving something in this sort of area. That would be a shoulder. Well, stayed on the backhand. Just a little bit shy of it, touching the ball, didn't fall the right way. In fact, if anything, that's opened the door a little bit wider. That ball was a half-decent protecting ball before that touchdown.
That's still there for Alex, isn't it? I mean, he's got to play this backhand draw, turn on the jack, gets the double. It's the only way in.
Has to be through there, must be. If he gets to that, a little trail on the jack into that sort of position, will make the double. He can afford to reach it. Settle high against him anyway. And wants to get this one away nice and clean and smooth. Certainly looked better. He's not happy though. Body language says there's something wrong with it. Oh, I think the line was beautiful. He just didn't push through it enough.
2 shots in the first set to Paul Foster.
He had a lovely line with that, but didn't have the power to bring him through. Well, I have to say, it was a very comfortable set for Paul Foster, 11 shots to 5. He would have been surprised at getting away that easy, John.
Yeah, I think Paul was a better player. It was a little mid-set revival by Alex.
Jack length is 29.5 metres. Thank you, ladies and gents. Settle down, please.
End of the set. There's always just a little bit of a rumble around the auditorium. That's Diane Marshall. Taking it easy. It's a nephew and a niece was with her, Dean and Beth. Thoroughly enjoyed yesterday. Watched the whole match. Ball's just not making it back. Did make centre rink though, so not much wrong with it, John.
No, that's encouraging. Oh, Paul didn't like that. Very quick on the mat normally. Alex Marshall, he's had to dig deep in a few games this week. Needs to do it again. Start a recovery. And this is a very good ball.
Tried responding to that ball from Alex Marshall. They want to see this being a really tight game.
Very slightly short of Jack High.
Yeah, I think that first set, Dave, you know, there were some very good balls, but I think both players would say they were a little scrappy as well. Paul was good value for the win. I'm sure they'll both look to pick the performance up now in the second. This is a very good start.
1 red. 5 inches.
This one needs to come down very quickly. Good effort, just arrived too quick though. So a spare shot opportunity for Alex Marshall.
Looks easier to come in on the forehand side. There's an element of danger though. If he was overweight, Dave. Just want to move the jack.
Well, it's the old high line bit, isn't it, John? The old high line drift shot. Drop it off the high line, try and drop in 6 inches jack high, nowhere near the jack. If you get it, well and good. If you don't, fair enough. Certainly pushed it out wide. Here it comes. All on the weight. Just drifting in. Has he made it? I don't think so. It was a good effort.
One shot to Alex Marshall.
It's interesting and tight. I wonder, is Greg prepared to come off that scaffolding he's sitting on at the moment?
Indeed, Greg was reluctant to come up with a prediction earlier on, but he has been studying the statistics of finals here at Potters. Greg, what have you come up with?
Yeah, I've managed to work out in the last 10 years, whoever's won the first set has actually won the match without going into a tie-break. So we've had 9 years of 2-0 victories. So that's good news for Paul Foster fans. The only saving grace for Tatty's fans is the year that it was a tie-break, Tatty won 2-1 tie-break against Mervyn.
So are you going to come off the fence now that you've studied all this? Because it looks as if most of the statistics are in favour of Paul.
Well, obviously the statistics are in favour of Paul. But Tatty was the one managed to manage a 2-1 tie-break win. So I'm still sitting on the fence.
Who do you think's got the better game for a tie-break, considering that Tatty's won 3 in the last 3 rounds on a tie-break?
To be honest, I think they've both got the game for a tie-break. I would go back to the old cricket adage. I think the toss would be very important on a tie-break. Whoever won the toss would have the advantage in the tie-break if we get to that situation.
If we do, it means that Alex Marshall will have fought back in this second set, but at the moment, it's Paul Foster who's one set up. Alex Marshall there has got his head in front in the second.
Both balls fairly close to the jack.
So 15 inches. It's 3 inches short of jack high.
No, still an open head. Well, Alex is reviewing this match later on. If it continues to go wrong for him, he'll look at the number of short balls he's played. John must just feel he's just not feeling that pace the way he did yesterday.
No, it's always very difficult. Come off a really big semi-final. There's Paul trying to make it count. Needs to run again. Just pulling up. It's always very difficult as well. You have a big crowd in today. You know, a lot of entertainment early on. You can change the atmospherics in the arena as well, Dave. The green can play slightly different. I think both players have at times dropped that couple of feet short. So there's a lot of issues here.
Well, it'll be a move on to the forehand now, I would think, for Alex Marshall. Brian Daly just in having a look to make sure what the situation is. He's saying 1 to red, and we have a tendency to agree with that, John. But you know, at this level into there, just tighten it down, looking for the number 1 shot. There's a big shoulder to use, of course, off the green one. That's what jack high balls are there for. If he is able to turn the jack to the bottom red one, that's even better.
The line looks okay. Don't know what the pace is like. Doesn't want the outside edge of the green, that's the problem. Doesn't want to turn that over.
No, it's okay. That one's well away. Doesn't need to worry about that.
Paul's in the area with this. If he's got a hold or get a little run off the red.
He had the weight. It just was a little bit on the inside on line.
One shot to Alex Marshall.
Another single. Nothing to choose with two players in the short jack length, as you would expect with these two players. Paul Foster just up with regards to 2-1 on the long jack length, but look at that, mid jack length. Alex Marshall, he should be aiming for that 25 to 27 every time.
Jack length 24.5 metres, 24.5.
Just short of it on this occasion, 24.5. But he's had some success.
Well, once again, Alex was very disappointed. Missed the line badly on the inside. Turned away immediately, delivered that. Certainly a better line. This time over-adjusted.
Well, Alex is still losing that little battle of the two balls. Occasionally he's getting in with one, but he's not grouping the balls the way he needs to. He really needs to move up a gear or two here to try and put a lot of pressure on Paul Foster. That's more like it. The difficulty is, John, when you're playing a few loose balls and then you bang one on it, you're saying to yourself, well, why can't I do that with every ball?
Yes, he'll be a little bit frustrated, Alex, at the moment. He can't quite get that consistency we mentioned, and Paul's played a good ball here. If he gets it solid, oh yes.
Well, that's a brilliant ball by Paul Foster, and that's exactly what's going to happen when you're only playing with one or two balls in an end.
3 green.
And already Alex Marshall in trouble.
Yeah, very deliberate ball by Paul. He played this well yesterday, gets that red solid. Well, Alex needs to find a big ball here. This is a really important delivery.
Should be with pace here, take balls out or run the jack.
Doesn't want a gap. Got the jack.
Now, more importantly, has he taken it into the ditch and stayed with it? His own ball's right on the edge. Where's the jack?
Still in, I think, Dave, right in the corner of the rink.
Oh, the ball ran off. The ball went in right beside the jack and just went off the side. That was desperately unlucky, John.
Well, there's a lot of distance for Paul Foster here.
This is where the jack is, but that doesn't matter. He's got about 6 yards to draw this. He could close his eyes and draw this one. That's why he's sauntering up with the hand in the pocket. Not a problem.
One shot to Paul Foster.
Very unlucky with the drive.
Jack length is 29 metres, 29.
Pamela, Paul Foster's wife, and there we go. Little Ethan. We might have heard him a little bit earlier. Settle down again.
Dad's doing okay at the moment. Ah, that's better. That's the first time really that Alex has found that backhand line on this length.
Well, little chance now. This is where he needs to repeat the delivery. That's where Alex has just been struggling a little bit today. Getting the one in, needs to follow it up with this. Well, he's watching this one. Certainly looks better. Here it comes. Now it'll dive into the jack. All the way. Well done. Good ball. That's the idea.
It's exactly jack high.
You feel a lot better with that, Alex Marshall. So why can't I do that a bit earlier?
Well, Paul, a little tap in the mat there. He didn't push through this. And this is what I was saying about trying to get a bit of pressure on the fuzzy. He's had a pretty good run of things so far in terms of having space to get balls in. Occasional takeout shots, the odd conversion.
Yes, it is.
So I think you have to follow it up, Alex, you know, because Paul has decided to play the backhand. Go for broke in this one. Try and get the third one in. Just needs to beat the green short one. Oh, he's on the wrong side of it. However,
2 red.
looks to me like he may well have closed the door a little bit.
Well, Paul, having a look at this, he's got a big bias in bowl. Could possibly just about scrape round that, Dave.
Well, he could. Yes, it's get a quick look to see if there was anything to hit, because he's got a back bowl position. It just looks to me to be a forehand draw. Got a chance with this. Big chance. Jack. Solid jack against the ball. Ran off the head. Still 2 to red. It's going to be a good end for Alex Marshall.
2 red.
Well, the last delivery from Paul. It's a good target now for Alex to try and get to that. Just rest inside it, drop back for a third. The line is pretty good. The line is very good. Pace is good as well. Just needs to tuck in there.
Touching the ball. Oh, well, he dropped back. I think that's him with a shout. Could be 3.
3 shots to Alex Marshall.
Oh, it is. Paul Foster, and no doubt, lifted the jack right away. Now it's going to get interesting.
Well, Alex is fighting back. Getting a bit of form going. quite certain he wanted that jack
Yeah,
there. He
25 metres, 25.
grimaced a bit when he let it go. May have underthrown it.
Alex Marshall lifted the green ball, would you believe? The last 3 matches he's been playing in green, he just lifted the green ball. That would have been interesting. Start over again, Alex. Yes, it's the big red shirt you're wearing. Don't worry about it. Not the green one. Easy to do when you're playing with black balls, something like that, but green and red, John.
Well, he'll be glad he didn't play the green ball after this.
Well, indeed. That was a real beater, that one.
All right, Alex, it's worked out well in the end.
Paul close with this as well. He's responded. Oh.
Warming up now out there. Both players trying to pick the game up. Good ball there from Paul. Good response.
Sort of saying, this one's mine, this one.
Well, the red ball is 3 inches. Paul's ball, 1.5 inches.
Ease into it on the forehand. Try and turn the ball over. Draw to the jack. I think the problem here is, John, that to actually turn the red ball over, you have to be quite deliberate. Alex just a foot behind with that last ball, but that wouldn't have been enough weight to turn the ball over.
Yes, you start playing with any more weight, you'll hold by anyway, so it's a difficult position. It's very deliberate by Paul. He doesn't want to get close. He's just putting in the back bowl.
Yes.
Excellent position. The way that's lying, there is an option to play it off the other side for Alex, really. David, if you have a look at it, he could play the backhand. He's getting in down the sort of split, back off the red, straighten him up and remove the green. If he gets the green solid, he moves the jack onto the back red.
Well, it's better now because of a back ball with Paul Foster. There's no doubt about that. Really what you're describing there, John, is coming in on this side to try and get to the ball. If he gets the ball clean, it'll pass there. Otherwise, there's a chance of bringing the jack across to this one. So 2 or 3 chances on the backhand. Depends how he feels. Yes, looks like he agrees. And I do too. Play the percentage shot. In the area.
Very close. Very close with this. Has he got enough weight to move it?
Oh, not quite, but he set up a lovely shot with the next one.
Green.
This could be worth an attempt. There's a chance there. It's made it a little bit more awkward now. The red ball's not quite lying straight on the other red ball, is it, Davies? Needs a little bit of weight to move this. Opportunity though.
Yes, there's a gap between the red and the green ball. If it had been touching, it would have been so much easier. The difficulty with this one is he needs a fair bit of weight if he's going to hit the red ball into the green. Paul Foster, deep in thought. Certainly a lot more aggression about this one, and again he's in the area. Ball onto green would be perfect. Ball onto green, yes, that'll do. Well played, Alex Marshall. Beautifully executed shot, and that at the moment means he's lying 3.
3 red.
Beautiful conversion, John.
Yes, it was always there. He had to use a bit more weight because he had to get the ball through off the other one. That was a brilliant shot by Alex Marshall. Saw it very early and he played it well.
Well, suddenly Paul Foster under a bit of pressure here. Well, this is the important ball, the last ball of the end. He's playing with a little bit of pace. He's pushing into it, trying to get a disturbance. Ball on the jack. Alternative, 2 out. That's pretty good, John. He was in the area.
Yeah, it's very aggressive ball from Paul. Opted to roll at it and got a result.
That's the White Oak Bowling Club in Kent. They come down every year to watch and to play. Here they go. The boys are always shy, aren't they? Big wave.
Jack length is 26 metres, 26.
Never know, Dave, there could be a future champion there.
I wouldn't doubt it for one moment. I've watched them play and I'll tell you what, they're very good. I think all the top players started playing bowls when they were young, John. You know, they say sometimes it's a game to take up or a sport to take up when you're retiring from more active sports, but to be truthful with you, if you're going to be very good at it, that's too late. It really is. Need to start off young.
Well, these two players certainly started young and they're at the top of the game. It's a good opener by Paul.
Disturbance there, and Alex will just reset himself. Did well to catch that one.
Yes, last moment decided to back out of the delivery. It's gone again now. That's forehand dropping back on the drawing line. Not bad for line. He's got to run from there.
He just needs to hurry a little bit. Just dropping short on it. Second ball. That never seems to happen whenever you're lying 2 or 3, does it? Always seems to happen when there's a couple against you. Disturbance, but Paul Foster off and running on the backhand, trying to add another. Looks good for it. Passes his own ball, it's even better. Not particularly easy.
Well, could be a shot on the backhand to roll through this. It's never easy on that side. Can't afford to play too little weight, you duck away, but there's a shot to get a movement on the bowl or the jack.
Oh, lovely arena here, the International Arena at Potter's Leisure Resort. Big crowd. National television doesn't get any better for a major final. The place where every player wants to play bowls, and it's very accessible to everybody who wishes to play here. Just have to join the Professional Bowls Association, go through their qualifiers like Stuart Anderson did last year, and you could be here in the final. So Alex Marshall, here he goes. Looking for the punch shot, bowl on the bowl. Got the bowl he wanted, but didn't get the connection on the jack. Oh, this is going to hurt. This should be a treble.
Well, this is a lot of space for Paul to add another. Doesn't normally miss these.
I don't know about this one. He's trying to encourage it forward. He's making an effort. Dropped away. It's going to be 2.
Two shots to Paul Foster.
Marco Brandaly confirms that it's 2 shots.
Length is 29 metres, 29.
That's a better start from Alex and Paul. Getting a foot away though.
Shake of the head with Paul. That one didn't like it. Certainly starting to see why. Didn't push through it. Line was good. He's on centre rink. Not in, you had the next one. A wee chance here.
Well, Alex will have a sniff if Paul fiddles with this. That's why Paul's taking a little bit of time with this. He's not quite certain what to play.
Well, he had the line right with the previous ball. He just didn't push through it.
Yeah, I think it's a forehand draw, but he's looking at the backhand, which means he might be considering some sort of weight.
Shot ball's one behind, the gap is 7 inches. The other one, 8 inches short of jack high.
Well, what he's looking at here is if he plays down the backhand and even clears the short ball out of the way, he'll be on to his favourite backhand with his last ball, but they're not very attractive the way they're sitting.
No, that's why he's gone forehand. He's going to try and persevere on the draw. Adjust the weight. He's certainly better for line, but he's still short. It's a poor ball by Paul Foster.
2 red.
Well, this is a real chance here for Alex Marshall. We've still got a bit to go in this set. The 11 ends, of course. 4 ends after this one. You could pick up a 2 or 3 here. It's a strong run for home, though. He just felt that if that one had been on the jack.
Well, it's another one, but it's still room there. Fancy Paul to get close with this. Scratching his head. I'm not quite certain he's sure where this is going, but he's certainly up then. He's got better weight.
Oh, he's in with a chance with this. This is a very good recovery ball. There it is. Left it late, but a little smile on Paul Foster's face. He knew that was leaving things a bit late.
Yes, I don't think he was certain when he let it go. Certainly a better weight. The line was about the same. That's number 1.
Oh, Johnny, he really has to go looking for this, doesn't he? You know, if he gets onto the ball, it's great. If he gets onto the jack, it's also good. The ball's worth 4. The jack, if he catches it right, it's worth 2, maybe 3, depending how hard or how far it goes. This forehand's not easy to play the weight shots on, but it's definitely available.
Yeah, Alex is looking at the backhand shot now. The only trouble with the backhand, if he doesn't get it right, he's going to get the green into the jack, which is not good.
Yes, he might lose a double. Best back bowl's the problem.
I do think it's a forehand shot, and it's fading underneath, rolling it out on the tight line, or tighter line. As long as he gets past the front greens, he's going to be in the area. Any movement on the jack is good. Go with it on that side. Yep. It's forehand. Now then.
Ooh, this needs to hurry. It'll dip very quickly at this length, and there it goes underneath. It was a chance.
Paul Foster.
Fozzie, one good ball in the end, and he gets a shot. But that's what it's all about. When the opportunities present themselves, you have to get into them.
Jack length is 28.5 metres, 28.5.
Definitely in this set, Alex has played a lot better. But you just get the sneaky suspicion of Paul Foster. He's getting away with a few ends where he's played a few big bowls just to stay in, John.
Yeah, she's hanging in there. Again, he's replied well with this.
One brain. Just over an inch.
Still a chance for Alex. He finds that line again. He's going to turn the jack round the corner. It doesn't look bad. How's the pace?
In with a chance with this. Needs clean jack though. Clean jack. Got it. Oh, stunning ball. The sort of ball that can lift matches, change the atmosphere, change the tempo.
Yes, Taddy Marshall at his best. He knew there was a chance. He had to take it. Played it well. That's a good line now.
One red and a measure. Yeah, have a look.
Yes, Paul Foster's coming up. He won't like the head when he sees it. Not easy at all. Just wondered whether he'd be tempted now to hit this.
Well, his own ball's partially protected. The only danger is if he gets the outside edge. The outside edge takes his own ball away, John. That's and it does hold off in the forehand.
There is a draw shot available.
Yeah, it's going for the open draw on the forehand. Trying to get round the front red one. Once he's past that, he's very close to the jack. This needs to come back quicker though.
No, nearly, so nearly very good. Nothing, Alex.
Close for the second.
Tell you what, that green's a good target for Alex to reach now at the back. Gets inside that, he'll score again. It's not bad if he can get past the front. Can he run? Can he run?
Stay away. Oh, it always looked like he was hitting it.
1 red.
Definitely just the one now. Under the line. Wouldn't be at all surprised if Paul Foster draws this with 1 against him.
He's so very close to the last bowl. He does get back. Any movement on the jack's going to score a double. Well, he's taking a look at this. He's got to hold the line. Doesn't want to duck now. He's into the reds, I think. Shorter weight it was. Now this is an important delivery for Alex Marshall. It's a free draw. He's got a target bowl, which is the green. If he gets inside the green, he scores again. He played one a few ends back, I think, in this direction. Got a chance again. Just roll inside the green. Sounds easy, but it's a world final, isn't it?
I was going to say, you're making that sound very easy, just roll in, but well, realistically, distance between the 2 green balls must be 15, 16 inches, so Alex should be quite happy with that. Needs to go a little bit wider than his previous delivery. Better line, all on the pace now. If he's got good pace, this will hook in for the spare shot. On the ball and drop. Unlucky. Needed the ball and drop back.
Yeah, it's unfortunate then. I thought he was going to get a little drop off the green.
Okay.
Certainly played it well.
1 shot to Alex Marshall.
Three up. Marshall, 3 to play in the set.
Yeah, it's the big end coming up now. 9th end. Paul Foster, he was 3 up going into the 9th end as well. Picked up a single. That was really enough to get him over the line. He picked up a double the next end, but Alex was under pressure. Two players just having a little chat while a little bit of a disturbance in the crowd. Very, very hot in the arena. Those lights are beating down. Audience, of course, have been there for about 2.5 hours.
Alex resetting himself on the mat. A little disturbance. Very important end. We'll know if he can take a single. His favourite in this set. Paul scores the end. It's wide open.
A little touch has got him round the jack. If he'd have missed it clean, it would have been better.
One red.
Oh, such a key hand here for both players. Now Alex, just get round the green ball, split the two. You'll be very close to a second shot. Get between the two green ones. Has he pushed this?
Missed opportunity, Alex.
It's a long way away.
There's a good chance for Paul here. Played a few of these yesterday, just inside the line on the forehand. Oh, he doesn't like it. He's totally undercooked it. He's really under it. Well, both players are having chances and
One red.
not really able to convert. Bit frustrating for the pair of them. This is so important for Alex now. He needs another bowl in there. I still think there's a wide draw available on the backhand to him. His bowl draws well on that side. He could get back in there.
Well, there's no reason why he shouldn't just try the same ball, really. Just put a little bit of weight on, try and get through to there if he can. You know,
it's a problem on the forehand, Dave, is if he doesn't get it perfect, he'll widen the target. Doesn't want to tempt Paul into a takeout.
Well, it's optional. If he drops down to there in front of the jack, it would be very, very good. Depends how he feels himself. He's very good at threading through between bowls, and any weight on his last ball, he'll not be too far away.
Is he high enough? I think he might be. Gets past the short bowl, he should be good now.
Gentle, gentle now, gentle, gentle. Oh, once again, just running through. Oh, that's 2 or 3 times that Alex has just managed to run through the head.
It's a big difference. If that bowl had pulled up a foot sooner.
Big chance here for Paul Foster. On the ball is good. Drop off it, but if he gets it again and gets the jack, he could get it into that position. That would work well.
Yeah, the jack may be the better target. Gets the jack to the side. He's playing it. Now then, will he get back? Bowl or jack the target? He's not going to get back. He's high.
One shot to Alex Marshall.
Missed chance. That was a big ball for Paul Foster, but it's gone. And this is exactly the same situation that Paul Foster was in the first set. 4 shots of difference, but this time he's 4 down, not 4 up.
Jack length is 26 metres, 26.
Decent opener. Just needs a single, Alex. Paul Foster needs a couple more to make his prediction come true. Did say that he felt he might win the first and draw the second. He's got a bit of work to do. No, Alex didn't like that again. Turns away.
Well, you get that missed opportunity, don't you? And if you miss it, your opponent usually walks through the door and says, thank you very much. Paul Foster just dropping short with that one. I think it's still 1 to red.
1 red.
Dangerous in the backhand. It's a big swing on the forehand. Front bowl's just sitting out a little bit, that's the problem. If you get caught in that, you have 1 bowl in the head, that's where the danger is, and that's what's really putting Alex Marshall off.
Yeah, I think the backhand is okay, Dave, because that bowl, the green bowl, is sitting down, isn't it?
Yes, it takes a fair amount to punch it over.
Needs to run. Needs to keep coming on that line. Oh dear, he's inviting trouble here.
Well, Just one shot for Alex Marshall will get him over the line in this set, and we're into a tie break.
Paul sticking with the draw on the backhand. Thought he might have been tempted with the rollout on the forehand, but he's playing the draw. If he passes the green, he's good.
Oh, he's passed it okay. Yes, well, the drop down, I think it might just be enough. Hard to tell. We have a slight favour for green. We'll see if Brian Daly concurs with that. Yes. Little signal to the
One
side.
green.
1 to green. Well, Alex, it's not an easy one to get at on the draw. He might have to risk a little take-out here.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so, Dave. I'm sorry to disagree with you. I think he's got a draw again.
There's 2 options available every single time, John. Or not every single, most times there's 2 options available. You know, he can draw it, or he can play a little take-out shot. The problem is he's only got 1 ball in the head, but just occasionally, you have to risk it.
I think he'll draw another ball in the end. Dropping a 1 wouldn't be disastrous. You see, he's very vulnerable. He plays a bad ball. I think Paul will play for it. If he only leaves the 1 ball in the end, Paul will go for it. Definitely think he needs to play another ball in there. Even if he doesn't get shot, he gets another second. Doesn't want to play adventurous and remove his own red ball.
There's Diane with niece and nephew, Dean and Beth. That's good, Beth. You just take on some water, good girl. It's very hot out there.
Yeah, I think Dean just said, I hope he draws, Diane. Don't do nothing silly.
Difficult one for Alex. The safe draw, the risky running ball. It is a world final at the end of the day, and sometimes you just have to take a risk. Sorry, mate, but I'm 1 up on you on this one. But is it risky?
Doesn't want the jack.
Oh, through the gap, any edge on the ball. He's so disappointed at that. Can't believe he went through the gap. And when you decide to take a risk like that, and you get so close to the target, you deserve the result. Massive amount of risk on that shot. I just favoured he might try it.
I'll tell you what, Paul's got a shot here. He's got a shot on the red ball now for 4. Well, definitely 3. He could play this on the forehand down the hole. He gets the jack. He could make 2 or 3. He gets the red ball.
Yeah, so there's the options. Coming down there to get to it past the front one's awkward, but...
That's the one, forehand down there. Tacking on the forehand.
2
forehand
alternatives.
gets the ball or the jack.
2 alternatives, bowl out or jack through. Now, he's asking who's lying 4th shot. But those are the 2 options that are available to him. More percentages on the forehand than there is on the back. You know, this is where the difference is, John, whenever we get in this. You got 2 players of equal standard, but the winner will be the one that's prepared to risk failure. And that's exactly what Alex tried to do there. He was prepared to risk failure to have a go at that. And I can't blame him. I think it was the right shot at the right time, but there was a large element of risk.
Yes, now then, Paul is looking at this. I'm sure he's going to play this. It's a shot down there on the forehand. It must look good from the mat, Dave. It's just about if he can play it with the right amount of weight.
Well, he's looking at it.
He's playing backhand.
Well, he's looking for the ball on the backhand. You know, he's got his own to hit in on the way. If he gets the ball out clean, it's worth 3.
He's in the area. It's very close if he holds.
Oh, he's just got the edge of his own. Yes, that's put him off. But it might well give him the number 1 shot. That was the 2nd option on the backhand. Yep, he's got a single. No, it's a measure for the 2. That's the query. We favour that it's 2 shots. Definitely got the single with the front one.
That was an interesting end, Dave.
Yeah.
Hadn't got me and you arguing as well.
No, man, we don't argue. Just a difference of opinion occasionally. But you can't, you know, that's the thing about bowls. You've got so many different options available. It's about reading the play and reading the players, and Alex was prepared to take a risk. But Fuzzy gets a double.
Jack length is 29 metres, 29.
Eight 6, the last end, second set. Hey, this is good stuff now.
Yeah, can the Paul Foster prediction? What do you think? Mystic Paul, will he get it right, Dave?
First set, and a draw in the second set. That's what he predicted. He's not far away from it. 2 shots, and that would be enough, Paul Foster, to win the World Championship.
Well, this crowd will hope Paul's wrong. They want a tie break. A warm into this match. It's really been great stuff in this second set.
The last one is about 8 inches short of jack high.
Alex attacking, 2 balls against. In the area with this, wants the 2 balls clean. Oh, unlucky, unlucky to come through. Thought he had the both of them, took his own away. He's going to have 2 shots against him when he comes down to play his next one. Yes, shake of the head. Ooh, that just didn't go quite right, John, did it? He needed the 2 balls clean.
No, that depends now on Paul where he puts his third ball. Gets very close to it. Alex could be under some pressure. No, that will force Alex back on the draw now.
11 inches. 11 inches.
Just short of a foot, so should be drawing with this. Oh, a little bit of a disturbance there. Let's just hold on a second. Restart. Well, he's out on a good line. It's all on weight with this. Can he stop in time? It's getting here quite quick. Oh, he just played over it. A beautiful line with that ball, but he trotted up after that. I'm feeling he might have been close.
Well, Paul lays the 2.
Well, Diane knows that her husband's going to have 1 ball left to save the world singles. Paul Foster, as he gets this ball away, it should be going just past the jack. He's aware of the fact that he needs a really good ball. If he can get a front toucher, a back toucher, it would be good. He's not there. Well, it's a championship line for Paul Foster to draw the set. Alex is looking at this on the forehand as well. Surely he's not thinking about playing for a ball, John.
I think it's just a draw. I know it's only a metre he needs to take off his last bowl. It's not easy in these circumstances, but in normal sort of games, Alex would be drawing this. I think he will.
The 5 times world champion has got championship lie against him. Last bowl of this end, and possibly the last bowl of the championship.
Needs to dig deep again.
Well, no better man for the big bowl than... Oh, no. Whoa, disturbance. Whoa. Well, a bit of a movement there somewhere, so steady up and reset himself. Take your time, Alex. If you have to walk down again, do so, but take your time. This is just too important.
It was a very bad time to do that. Needs to settle.
Oh, he didn't look too happy about that. He really didn't look too happy about it.
Still going, he's still running.
Well,
still running.
This needs to hurry to get to it. It
Still
needs
running.
to hurry.
Still running.
Oh, it's not there. He didn't push through it. Dropped it short. Well, Paul Foster. Quick handshake with good friend Alex Marshall. It was a funny old end, the last end, but Paul Foster called it absolutely right. He got the double he needed to win the set. It's Paul Foster for the 4th time world singles champion. A little bit of a discussion with the two players towards the end. Just a little bit of a disturbance with Alex Marshall, but Paul Foster, well, he's walking down. Takes the plaudits. He's only one away from Alex Marshall's situation now of 5 wins in the professional singles. Man from Troon. Interesting game. Never really lit up like some of the semi-finals did, but having said that, it was tensely fought. Well, the two players are standing wait after that little chat, I would think, about it. Paul Foster, there you go, 11-5, 8-all. How on earth did he predict that, John?
Wow, amazing. Mystic Paul, he should be picking my lottery numbers. Alex is not happy, and it's just a shame, I think, to see it finish like that. He's obviously not happy with the movement on the last bowl. But I think over the game, Paul was probably the better player.
Yes, we can see the stats with Paul Foster ends 1-12 against that. Shot scored, he was up on that, up on the percentages as well. But he played very, very well, no doubt about that, Paul Foster. Just kept Taddy Marshall under pressure right from the first end of the first set. As we see this ball coming in. 3rd delivery, just turns the jack around the corner. Added another one on that to make it a 3. Tenth end of the second or the first set, lifts a double. I've got him over the line, 11-5. Alex Marshall making his way back. That was the second shot of the 3 that he picked up on the 4th end. Wait on the backhand, didn't get the edge he was looking for, went through the gap, lost the shot. In fact, Paul Foster turned another one in a double, and just didn't put the extra weight on with the last ball, just dropping short a little bit. Unfortunate with that, but Paul Foster takes the double and takes the world professional singles.
Here I am with Paul and Alex. Alex, first of all, it's a very rare experience for you to lose in the final here at Potters. How disappointed are you?
Very disappointed, to be honest. Didn't turn up today. To be honest, Paul played really well the first set, but it's, I could not get my weight. I struggled, 2 feet short, 2 feet through. But we'll get these days, but that's the way it goes.
Did the matches that you had in the lead up to this final, did that take anything out of you? Would that be an excuse?
No, I don't think so. I think it's good to be involved in these games. Obviously getting hard tussles, can't even speak. Hard tussles, before a final. I just think it's, 3 very hard games. And obviously playing the final, I know I had to play Paul because Paul was playing so well, but just disappointed on the way I played.
Does it make it any easier that you've actually lost a mate though?
To be honest, I'm happy for him. He's my best mate. He deserved it. He's been probably the most consistent player over the 2 years.
and that's him back to world #1. So well done, Biggin. Well done.
Congratulations, Paul. Now, you have a perfect record in the final, 4 out of 4. Your first reaction to winning your 4th title?
Yeah, obviously I'm delighted to get that 4th. It's not a matter of trying to catch Alec. He's still the best player in the world, I don't care what anybody says. But today, as Alec said, Alec never turned up today, and it was a kind of scrappy match. I played well in the first set, second set. Alec dominated the second set, and I've managed to sneak a draw, and 2 or 3 times he's been absolutely unlucky. And it's great to win it, obviously, but obviously both of us want to put on a great performance for the crowd and the people back home, but we had our moments.
You've been in pretty good form all tournament. Do you think you've played some of your best bowls ever this week?
I certainly have. I came here with a lot of confidence, and obviously myself and Alec winning the pairs, and what a pairs partner to play with. We managed to get the monkey off our back, and it gives you a good confidence booster into the singles. And I played really well in the first game against Stuart Anderson, and second game against Jonathan Ross I wasn't so great, but in a game against Andy Thompson I played okay, but against Mark Royer I turned up and I played probably the best bowls I've played in my life. And today wasn't my best game, but as I say, it wasn't for the lack of trying for the two of us, but I'm just delighted to get over the line. And
this will be the first time that you'll be able to celebrate with your 2 little ones, Logan and Ethan.
Yeah, they're here. You can probably hear them in the background. They've been here for a week now, and it's a great wee bunch of boys, I'll tell you. It's thanks to Pam as well. She does a lot of work, so thanks very much.
Paul, congratulations to both Paul and Alex. Well played.
Yes, well, it's now wages time, and to make the presentation, ladies and gentlemen, will you please show your appreciation for the chairman of Potter's Holidays, Mr. Brian Potter, and the CEO of World Bowls Tour, Mr. Richard Madison. And up first to receive the runners-up check, ladies and gentlemen, your appreciation, please, for Alex Marshall. And now to receive a Langham glass goblet, a cheque for £40,000 and the title of the 2011 World Indoor Singles Champion, it's Paul Foster! Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, the 2011 Potter's Holidays World Indoor Singles Champion, Paul Foster!
Well, wonderful scenes, and Paul Foster very much enjoying the moment with his family. Little Logan taking the tumble, but he's okay. He's cried for a few moments, but he's all right now. Now, let's just remind you that the World Bowls Tour moves on to Swansea for the Welsh Grand Prix starting on Monday week. Even if you're not in Wales, you can follow the coverage on the Red Button and on the BBC Sport website.